Hello and welcome to the 24th video in this series, making simple floppy robin for Android using Cocos2dx. So this will be a short and quick video. This one you'll be glad to know. We've got just one final thing to do. Now that we've managed to call a function from C++ in the Java side here, and also make a toast on the main UI thread, calling from the C++, let's go the other way now and call something in the C++ from the Java. And it's actually really simple to do. We need just to declare a function, so public static, and then we just call it native, and then I'll make it a void function, and we'll just call this call CPP layer, and I'll put a capital L so it doesn't look like player. And that's all we need to do for our declaration in the Java. What we'll want to do is call this function at some point because we'll log something to the console. So what I'll do is I'll just copy that now, and inside Simple Floppy Robin, when I come to make the toast, I'll also call this function in the CPP layer. So I'll just paste that in like so. So that's just simply calling our static function, which will then cause a log output from the C++ layer. So into the C++ layer, to declare the functions that match the signature of the native functions from your Java, it's a bit of a long-winded function name, but it's quite simple. So you have to say extern and void, because that's what the function is. And now you have to start with Java underscore, and then you want again the reverse domain style package name. You want your package name basically. So com.bluefever, except it's with an underscore, and simple, in my case, floppy robin, like so. And then you need the class that it's coming from, which is our JNI helper. Where are we? And then what you also need, last but not least, is the name of the function as well. And that's all there is to it. Inside the brackets here, however, oops, semicolon in the wrong place, we need to have the JNI environment, a pointer to that. Let's call it env. And we also have JObject, which is any data that comes with it, called object. So now that we've done that, we just need to take this signature and drop it inside the CPP file. And for now, all we're going to do is log something to the screen to prove that it's been called. So I'll put C++ was called from Java, and that's actually all we need to do for this. So I'm just going to save all of that, and save all's already done, so I've saved them all. So I'm just going to do the normal export the application package, so I'll fade the video again because this has all been seen. Okay, so the application's installed, as you can see here. If I go into grep, then I've got things hopefully ready to read the output from the application. So now I'll just start it, and I'm not going to show you it, so you'll have to take my word for it. Okay, so there we are. Things have started up, and we have our Java with 10. And now what I'm going to do is touch the robin, and what we should see here is the log for the toast being made, but also the log that the C++ was called. And you can see here now I've touched the robin that we've got the call CPP layer was called from Java. Okay, so I'll move that away then and just shut down the application on the tablet. So there's one thing that will spring to mind with this is first of all it's very easy to call native functions from Java in this way, but we haven't got any arguments. It's of type void, and it won't return anything, and we don't send in any arguments. And you can do this, and the way you do this is by accessing your data inside this JObject. However, for our purposes that's really quite involved, and in fact we won't ever need to send anything in by an argument, so I'm not going to show an example doing that. The way we will do things using this native method, just to preempt the upcoming videos, is say when we retrieve a high score after a few seconds after it's got it from the internet database, from the Play services, what we would do inside here is we'll make something called a notification. And when that notification is broadcast, then our Hello World layer will pick that up, and then we'll schedule an update to update the high score, because if we schedule a function then it'll be called from the main UI thread. but we'll see all that in some later videos. So that actually concludes the sort of small 3-part mini-series inside this on how we use our JNI operations, and now we can get round to actually programming the application proper and putting all this to use. So thanks very much for watching. Comments, questions, criticisms welcome as always on YouTube.